Okay, well, according to my computer, it's 7 o'clock, so I think we should get started. I'm Lisa Whitwell. I'm president-elect for next year, and I will be your Sergeant at Arms tonight. Welcome, everyone. It's good to see everybody. I will open the meeting by asking Lars to give us a reflection, please. Oh, and he disappeared.
That was weird.
Your IKEA kitchen is there, but you have gone.
This is Rotary apron. Your Rotary apron.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is actually coming to you from the new IKEA kitchen here, or as it properly should be, IKEA köket. Of course, every evening when I prepare dinner, I wear the apron from the Toronto the Rotary Club. I can't remember when we put them together, but we did that one time. So, trying to understand what the reflection is, I went to the dictionary, and God did it give me lots of thoughts. It can be an instance of reflection, especially the return of light or sound waves from a surface. Or two, the production of an image by or as if by a mirror. 3, the action of bending or folding back. I didn't really understand that, but or B, a reflected part. 4, something produced by reflecting, such as A, an image given back by reflecting surface, or B, an effect produced by an influence, like an example was the high crime rate is a reflection of our violent society. 5, an often obscure indirect criticism, a reflection of his or her character. Of course, that would never happen in Rotary. 6, a thought, idea, or opinion formed or a remark made as a result of meditation. 7, consideration of some subject matter, idea, or purpose. 8, which is obviously an obsolete one, turning back, return. Or 9, transformation of figure in which each point is placed by a point symmetric with respect to a line or plane. Or B, a transformation that involves reflection in more than one axis of a rectangular coordinate system. So choosing from this, I actually choose 5. No, actually 4B. And I turned it around a little bit, and I guess one could say that Rotary projects are a reflection of Rotarians' interest in doing good in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't even stop to contemplate how many different definitions there are of reflection. We're very fortunate to have two lovely ladies from very warm climates, or warmer than us, speak to us today on the Haitian Water Project, and I'm going to ask Ron Denham to introduce them, please.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Fellow Rotarians, as many of you know, Rotary wants to have a greater impact in the world. It's a community at the state level, at the highest level, and in every community. And one aspect of that is the emphasis on programs rather than projects. I won't get into that now, but those of you who want to understand more can go to the WashRag website and see a wonderful presentation I put together on the difference between projects and program. However, one of the best examples of a program in Rotary right now is HANWASH, the Haiti National Water and Sanitation and Hygiene Program. It is a program consisting of many, many individual projects. And we're fortunate as hell today to have two people who can speak about it. Barbara Custis is chairman of the current transition team between the original group and an emerging group. And Emily has joined relatively recently and is the development officer. And she's probably going to give us all an opportunity of how we as individuals and as a club can help the program. You've all seen their resumes. They're most impressive. I won't waste your time by going over them again. Now I will introduce Barbara. Barbara, it's all yours.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. And I love your reflections, Lars. That's a wonderful array. If you want to stay in the physics and optics thing, it's a wonderful array of ways of thinking about reflection. Nicely done. I like them. What Emily and I would like to do is first and foremost say thank you to having us here with you this evening. It's an honor and a privilege to share hand wash with you. We're really excited about it. We love it. We spend quite a bit of our waking hours on it. So it's really a lot of fun for us to share this with you. So I'd like to share my screen and sort of walk you through the current thinking on hand wash, if that's good with everyone. Sound good? Okay, let's do that. Okay. And now we will go over here to PowerPoint. Are we seeing my screen? Yeah, are we good? Okay, I'm going to move. That means we're seeing all of us. I'm going to move us over here. And we're going to talk about Hand Wash 2.0. So what is Hand Wash 2.0? Hand Wash 2.0 is a Rotary convened and wash focused, multi-phased community mobilization project in Haiti. And that means that it's built on locally led demand, improved wash services supply, and strong community governance and financing, and robust Rotary collective action. So that's what Hand Wash 2.0 is. Hand Wash has been in existence since roughly 2018. It has been a learning organization from the beginning, and we're in transition from the initial Hand Wash as a grouping of individual projects to Hand Wash as a program. That's why we're calling it Hand Wash 2.0, and it's a community mobilization program for Haiti. So what is the question with Hand Wash 2.0? Question is, how does Hand Wash move from individual successful commune level water infrastructure projects to national scale wash impact without losing any quality, sustainability, or government ownership? That's the whole challenge of scaling, is to do something that's working well and then propagate that through a much broader area without losing any of the good things about it. That's the question. So when we think about that, what is the answer? And with Hand Wash 2.0, we're talking about delivering and scaling with specific intention. It's a standardized, integrated water sanitation and hygiene operating system through communes, supported by regional hubs and a national platform. What's the logic of that? The logic says that Hand Wash is Rotary convened, it's government aligned with Haiti, and it's community led at the individual community level. And we do that through three integrated pillars that lead to impact, as Ron was talking about. What are our pillars? The first pillar is demand and behavior change. Demand for better services, behavior change around how people act in the community, and then sustained, reliable professional service delivery, and then local governance and accountability. So basically the idea with Hand Wash 2.0 is it's not any one thing alone. There's three integrated pillars. We've got to have demand at the community level. We've got to have delivery in the communities. It's got to be professional. It's got to be consistent, got to be reliable. And we need to have governance and accountability at the local level that also aligns with the Haiti national imperatives around water sanitation and hygiene. So those are our pillars. So let's talk about essentially a typical global grant and how we think about global grants. Generally, we think about them in terms of, especially in water sanitation and hygiene, we think about pipes and we think about pumps and storage tanks above the ground or under the ground. And we think about panels, solar panels, keep the pumps working to get that water through those pipes into those tanks and out into the community. So typically we think about pipes, pumps, and panels and getting those delivered and on the ground in a particular location. With HandWash 2.0, it's all about, yeah, for sure, pipes, pumps, and panels, but it's also about the people. It's about making it community driven, community led, and community owned. So it's adding people, the fourth P in that conversation. It's pipes, pumps, and panels for sure. And it's the people who are going to make this work, keep it working, and own it. So we do good in the world and we create a better life for the people that we're working with. So what essentially is the core design principle in HandWash 2.0? It's intentional, and it's intentional about being Rotarian led, professionally executed, and government aligned. What that means is we as Rotary volunteers, we focus on convening, bringing the right people together, stewardship, and advocacy. The paid staff at HandWash ensure technical quality, continuity, and accountability in what's being delivered. Our implementing partners provide specialized delivery capacity. The government, the Haitian government, their authority is reinforced, and the communities themselves invest in sustainable, long-term wash service delivery. That's the core design principle. So what does that look like for the relationships and how people work together? So if we think about HandWash as the convening body for the Haiti National Water Sanitation and Hygiene Strategy and Initiatives, HandWash is the convener and the body. In governance, Rotary International and HandWash leadership, they set the strategic vision, they approve funding, and ensure mission alignment. That's the governance function. In the in-country management, there's an in-country director for HandWash, plus the regional hubs on the ground in Haiti. They lead field operations, they track program performance, and they report to the board of directors. DNEPA and OREPA are the authorities, the in-country government authorities for water sanitation and hygiene in Haiti. They're the national agencies. They provide the regulatory oversight, they validate technical standards, and they build local public sector capacity. And implementing partners are non-governmental organizations and local contractors. They deliver the project in the field. That's our pumps, pipes, and panels folks. They maintain the water systems and they support the community engagement. And the CPEs, that stands for Community Potable Water Committees, they represent the local water users and they collect the tariffs and manage the funds so that there's money there when things inevitably need maintenance or things break. There's money there to get them fixed, to put everything back on track again. And they oversee that water point maintenance. And this is essentially the relationships that deliver the long-term sustainable wash services in Haiti. So what's that architecture look like? So starting in the community, level one, in the community, it's about service delivery. What happens there is households access reliable water and sanitation services. The water point committees or professional operators manage the daily ops. User fees are collected and retained locally. And the outcomes here is a functional water systems where ODF, which means open defecation free, and WACA communities, WACA is Creole for ODF, and we have improved health and hygiene behaviors in the community. Level two is at the commune, the next higher level. That's about governance and accountability. And this level, mayors and the communal authorities, they oversee service delivery. The commune action plans guide investment and coordination. This is where decision making is made about where to move next. And the committees and operators report to local government and authorities. And the outcomes here is we have reduced system downtime because we have oversight. We have improved cost recovery, and we have improved local accountability and enforcement. At level 3, moving up higher, the regional hubs. This is about efficiency and replication. How do we move this out? We're learning as we learn. How do we replicate and move this out? What happens here? The technical governance and MEL is monitoring, evaluation, and learning. These support and share across the communes. The training and supervision methods are standardized, and peer learning accelerates performance improvement. The primary outcomes here at this level, we have lower per commune support costs, we have faster stabilization of new communes, and we have consistent service standards. And at level 4, at the national level, what happens here? Handwash convenes national standards, tools, and learning systems. DNEPA, the organization or the department at the government level, that alignment ensures policy coherence, and the Rotary convenes the partners and the investment. What we get here is a national aggregation of results. So instead of a bunch of individual projects, we have a program level forward motion of all of the learning that we've had in all of the places that we act. We reduce fragmentation of all of the WASH actors, of which there are many in Haiti, and we get sustainable sector-wide impact. So we have 3 tiers to sort of take a look at where are we with our communes. There are 147 communes in Haiti across 10 districts. So we need a way to kind of look at our communes and find out where are we and how do we have to support them. So tier 1 is emerging commune. Characteristics of an emerging commune is it working for and with new or rehabilitated infrastructure. We're just starting tariff introduction to get folks used to the pay for service model. And this requires high facilitation support, both for behavior change and for infrastructure. So we've got high support intensity in tier 1. Once tier 1 is solidified, it moves to tier 2. That commune becomes stabilizing. We have regular fee collection in this level. We have active governance and oversight, and we have declining breakdown response times. So the support intensity here is a little more moderate. And in tier 3, we've got a self-sustaining commune. Characteristics here, we have routine operating and maintenance are fully financed at the local level. We have strong municipal supervision. And this type of a commune, a tier 3 commune, can mentor new communes at that local level in country. And those communes require low intensity support. Over the next 5 to 10 years with Handwash 2.0, we'll be doing phase 1 consolidation. We're going to strengthen all of our pilots and we're going to standardize our tools and metrics. Phase 2, we're going to replicate. We're going to add communes through regional hubs and we're going to apply performance tiering like we just talked about on that last slide. And at phase 3, we're going to institutionalize. We're going to embed Handwash tools into national systems, and we're going to ultimately transition the leadership and financing of WASH in Haiti to Haitian institutions. So this is the vision, the programmatic vision for Handwash 2.0. And so why do we think this works? The scaling model works in Haiti because it's intentional, but it's decentralized by design. It's resilient to political instability, and it reinforces government authority through DNEPA. So we're reinforcing that governing structure within Haiti. And it aligns the incentives across all of the actors, no matter who they are, whether it's Rotarians, whether it's implementing partners, whether it's local mayor's offices, individuals in the community, all of the actors' incentives need to be aligned around the goals that they have defined for themselves. So why this works, we can take a look at a particular community, Lavang, where what happens when a community leaves? When they do this and they implement this model, 227 people gained access to safe nearby water in 2021. The community created its own payment system and set its own tariffs based on their local conditions and ability to pay. They created a water point committee to manage the infrastructure and manage collection and manage the services that they're getting. This success that they demonstrated in their own community, it led to a solar powered kiosk upgrade by NEPA, which meant that the NEPA, as the countrywide owner of everything around Wash, they watched what was being done in Lavang. They saw that people owned their own responsibility around Wash, and they said, all right, we will continue to invest in you and continue to support you. So the well is only the beginning. It's the pipes, pumps, and panel part. But what we're investing in is the communities, the mobilization of the communities, and bringing long-term sustainable wash services to everyone in Haiti. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is that hand wash scales systems, not projects. We treat the commune as the unit of change and the platform as the engine of replication. Hand wash converts local success into national impact while preserving quality, sustainability, and government ownership with all of our partners, and especially our Rotary partners. So that's Hand Wash 2.0. Thank you very, very much. I will stop sharing and we can talk about some questions. Emily, would you like to add anything?
Well, just thank you all so much again for having us here. I know, as both Barb and Ron mentioned, this is multifaceted, right? This is slow work. It's process work. And it's not something that is going to happen overnight. I've been humbled by this organization to see things like 30 and 40 and 50-year plans. So this kind of level of engagement and work that is led at the local level means a long-term strategic investment. It also means planting seeds for trees that will never really see fruit, right? And so there are many ways for you to get involved. There are opportunities from a steering committee perspective, from a board perspective, from a fundraising and donation perspective, and other opportunities along the way if this is something that you're excited about, both at the club level, at your district level, and also from a personal level. And I'm happy to have those conversations with you.
Glenn?
Obviously, Haiti is a country with incredible instability. And I noticed mention about how the government plays a role in this. How is that impacting you, the fact that there's just so much chaos there?
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, because that is always a question and it's not always brought up. So thank you for bringing that up, Glenn. And I think the way we talk about that is when we think about that map that we showed of all of Haiti in those 10 districts. So primarily the challenges and the difficulties are in Port-au-Prince, and there's significant challenges in Port-au-Prince. But there are 10 districts in Haiti, and we're working in Cavaillon in the south, in Léogâne in the center. We're working in Cap-Haïtien in the north, and Pignon in Terre-Neuve. So if you're outside of Port-au-Prince, things function well outside of that. We have all of our teammates on the ground in Haiti, and they're able to function, right? And we do face issues in Port-au-Prince, but we're not operating in Port-au-Prince right now, right? But it's essentially one of the things that I always say is, even though it is challenging in Port-au-Prince and it is challenging with the fragility and the difficulties between the things around the gangs, but it's also Haiti's a place that has environmental challenges. They have ferocious earthquakes. They have ferocious hurricanes. It's a place that's physically challenged frequently, and that's exactly why we want to be there. I mean, that is exactly when we talk about being Rotarians, we talk about doing good in the world, we talk about doing the hard work, right, and doing the challenges. This is why we do this. We do this because it is hard. Right? If it wasn't, one of the things we say is, if it wasn't difficult, we let the Kiwanis people do it. But
Jackie, you have a question? You're muted.
Okay.
but don't
When you move
don't
from,
say I said that.
okay. When you move from a project to a program, you're getting more people involved. So I would be interested to know, how did you get started in Haiti? Was it one Rotary Club in New Orleans or Florida? And currently, how many Rotary clubs in the US are involved? How many international Rotary clubs are involved in this project now?
Right. So that's another excellent question. So essentially, hand wash essentially started, if we want to start at the very beginning, with the 2010 earthquake. If we all remember that, it was devastating. Many lives were lost. And so Rotary District 7020, which is the Caribbean district in that area, those 9 countries in that Eastern Caribbean, and Haiti is in that district. So the Rotary clubs in District 7020, led by Barry Rassin, who's a former RI president, they said, we need to help. We need to rally, and we need to help Haiti in this immediate disaster. So it was initiated as a disaster response for the 2010 earthquake. And then as the District 7020 team continued to support Haiti, hand wash emerged as a priority with that group. In 2018, 2019, hand wash in District 70, hand wash was formed as a result of a collaboration between the Haitian government, and DENEPA is the name of the organization, or the governing body for the country of Haiti. DENEPA and District 7020 signed a memorandum of understanding to work in the wash sector. So hand wash is that DENEPA aligned Rotary entity working for wash in Haiti. And that started roughly in 2018 and has continued to grow since then. So right now we have, in the US, we have 5 champion districts that are partnered with the 5 communes where we're working in Haiti. So I know, for example, in District 5130, where I was governor a few years ago, when we started working with FANWAS, there are 50 Rotary clubs in District 5130 that are participating in support of hand wash. So that's in District 5130. There are 4 other districts with roughly 50 to 60 Rotary clubs in each of those that are partnered with the communes and Rotary clubs in Haiti. And then there are a number of others. I don't have a hard number on that, but it's a broad base of support that we see in North America. Some of our clubs are up in the Vancouver area in Western Canada, right? As well as international partners elsewhere, plus a strong relationship with WashRag, Ron's group as well. So it's a broad coalition of people who are skilled in the water sanitation and hygiene domain, and willing to use their expertise to put it to work in Haiti, which is a challenging place to work. It's a fragile environment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Another one?
Glenn?
Yeah.
About what does it, like if you go into that one you mentioned, Leven or whatever, that was a level 1 just starting, what would the costs be to get a community like that set up?
So it depends on the community, the size of the community, and the requirements. So there's been a lot of individual work done in many of the communes in Haiti. So it's a question of, are we rehabilitating? Are we doing rehabilitation of infrastructure plus community mobilization and sanitation and hygiene training and work, plus working with the local governing sessions? It really kind of all depends on what are the requirements in that section. So it all starts with something called a commune action plan that is done with the local governing board for that community, and they decide what their priorities are. And we have elements that go anywhere from 65,000 to 300,000, depending upon what's required in the local area to serve how many people needing services. So it's not like a cookie cutter that we're just putting down. It's not a lift and lay kind of thing. It's an intentional development type of activity where we sit with the locals. The locals decide what they want to do, and then we figure out how to make it happen.
Jackie?
Yes.
Our club has had quite a history of doing global grants in WASH. I want to just get an idea of the investment that Rotary has made in this. For instance, we did 3 global grants in Kenya totaling about 850,000, and we've done 2 in Uganda, probably totaling about what, 300,000 or 400,000. So what you mentioned that this started in 2018. So what's been the Rotary investment in Haiti? Just a ballpark.
Let's see, probably so far.
I can talk specifically about the most recent global grant, and
Most recent ones, yeah.
You can sort of scale it based off of that. We're currently in a fundraising period for Cavion 4, so it's the 4th global grant project in the commune of Cavion, which is around $350,000. So you have to figure if one of the global grants is around $350,000, and we've had 9, 8 so far, that would give you a little bit just back of the napkin math, scale around $3 million, roughly to date. And that's just, and I'll also add, that's just global grant funding. And as we know, and as you know, from global grants doesn't flow through Handwash. It flows
To the clubs.
through the clubs, of course, and we are and we're actively involved in the fundraising for those clubs in identifying potential funding partners. But that money doesn't hit Handwash's coffers, because we don't pay for administration, right, based off of that. So we're also working with private and family foundations, individual donors, strategic partners, corporate, partners, things like that, to help us do the programmatic work through Handwash itself. So we're supporting the clubs, but then we're also, to Barb's point, the convener in all of these different ways so that the work can get done.
I can give you maybe an example of something that we're doing up in the Ferrier area, and that is a system that will have the behavior and the community mobilization part within the individual communes. But then there's an aspect of it where UN Ops, United Nations Operations, through the World Bank, is committing a couple of $1 million to the pipes, pumps, and panels part of that. So there's Rotary investment of time and money, and then there's partner investment as well.
That's something that we haven't really done enough of. We partnered with other Rotary clubs, but we really haven't gone we haven't really gone after as a club, we haven't gone after other major partners. And you're the second person that's actually reminded us of that we can't do it all on our own. We've got to have
Well,
partners.
that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of having that large vision. The beauty is we all know that, we're all good at what we do, but right now there are 20 of us, 25 of us here, right? And we to have the kind of impact we want, we got to bring all of the resources in, all of us, as well as many people who have a shared sense of the value of what we're doing, bring them into the opportunity to make a big thing happen.
Talking about partners, what has the impact of the USAID situation had on this project?
It's good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
See you. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Well, the USAID changes have created other types of opportunities, right? So, and I'm seeing this in a number of different places with a number of different things. As USAID becomes less of a source, other sources are coming in. Right. So, and it's something it's that resiliency, it's that learning mindset and that learning approach that we have to take, and it's a function of awareness, understanding, and addressing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also add the fundraisers lens on that. Every single nonprofit that I've ever been affiliated with ever has wanted to diversify their funding at every given moment and every given time. And when a funding source like USAID or insert family foundation here or whatever that may be goes away for whatever reason, everybody goes, wait, why didn't we diversify our funding years and years and years ago? And I can tell you that Barbara hit the nail on the head when she said the opportunities around seeking out a diversified funding revenue across the board, because everyone scrambled a little bit. When any kind of funding disappears, people scramble a little bit to find new opportunities. But the philanthropic world is resilient, and the philanthropic world steps up when there is a vacuum, and you see an increase from organizations like Kellogg or Ford or even Coca-Cola, Pepsi, places like that, that see the need, but they also want to be aligned with organizations that are doing good work because it's good press.
Do we have any more questions?
Just one more. What are some of the restrictions, difficulties you faced? Again, looking at the political situation and the difficulties that might arise.
Well, so I would say that let's see, we try to stay on top of stuff. So one of the things that happens is that we are always talking to each other. So this is like, I think, my fourth or fifth Zoom today. And so we talk all the time, and we talk across different different sets of resources. Every resource brings a set of expertise to the conversation, right? So we're always talking to one another. Folks in Haiti who are past district governors, who are past directors, who have all kinds of information in country. We're always talking. And one of the things that happens is there is, from time to time, we have changes in leadership. At the local level, in the mayor's offices, in the OREPAs, which are the regional governing bodies, mayors change, OREPAs change. We have change at the national level, right? And we also have a little bit of change in our Rotary clubs. So it's some of the challenges around what particular change is happening now. What does it impact in the program, and then how do we address it? So I would say the challenges are always about the people, just like any other organization any of us have ever been involved in.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Yeah.
John McIntosh, did you have something you wanted to ask?
Yes, I just want to, I'm John McIntosh. I'm a member of Toronto Eglinton Rotary, and I go to the Placida Club in Florida when I'm down there.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm wondering if I can share some of this information with some of the people in Boca Grande, where I used to winter. I don't winter there anymore, mainly due to, well, what's his name?
Oh.
Oh, him.
We're being recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, but the people that are involved in are great Trump people, great Republicans, and they're very nice people. And they are not involved in any Rotary functions, I don't think. I can't think of any. They're involved in building houses in Haiti. I wonder if I can share this information with them. So they may contact you or may not contact you.
Sure. We'd be happy to share through Ron. We'd be happy to share our how to access us, and we'd be happy to chat. Sure.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
happily. We love this. We love this story. We believe in this. We really appreciate the opportunity to be with you, and because you've been involved, and we want you to, share in the joy of everything that's going on, moving from 1.0 to 2.0. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a group of mainly men in Boca Grande who go every winter. They go down to Haiti and build houses for some people, help build houses.
Nice.
And I don't even know who they're affiliated with, if anybody. They just do it on their own.
Okay.
They're mainly from churches in the village of Boca Grande.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay, then I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you officially, Emily and Barb, for speaking with us. Your passion for this is absolutely infectious, and I think this program, I don't want to call it a project, it's a program, is an embodiment of what Rotary does best. Our commitment to making sure that these projects are sustainable with community buy-in, with community oversight, that we are not just going in, doing a project, and then leaving a white elephant there to rust.
Yeah.
I think it's fabulous. It's one of the things that drew me to Rotary in the first place is the idea of project sustainability. So you are really embodying that. This program really is. And so thank you so much for sharing it with us. And I'm sure you'll hear from us in the future. We're going to move on to our business end of the meeting. If you'd like to step away now, you're more than welcome. Barb mentioned that this is her, what, fourth or fifth Zoom, so I imagine you probably want to
Okay.
go get a bite to eat. Anyway,
That's
thank you
good.
so much for taking the time to share your
Thank
project
you.
with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for the
Appreciate it, you
invitation.
guys. Appreciate all you do.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Okay, so we're going to move on to
Lisa, I just wanted to add, while we're still thinking about the presentation, just to thank Ron for bringing us this idea, because I wasn't really clear on the Rotary direction from a project to a program, and the extent of community partners that they've got. And really, I'm thinking more and more like we can't do it all on our own. We have to reach out and partner. So Ron, you have the most incredible list of contacts, Ron, and we just thank you for being you and being visibly present at all our meetings. I mean, the higher you go in the organization, you never forget about your own Rotary Club, and
No.
that's been noted, and we appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Jackie. I wish I could do more.
Well, you do lots, Ron, and mostly you inspire. So
Okay.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for bringing those speakers to us.
Thank you.
Speaking of happy, do we have any happy bucks? Anyone happy about anything in particular? Very quiet on the stage here. Okay, well, I'm going to move on then. Oh, Patrick, did you have a happy buck?
Yeah. Hi everyone. It's really good to be back. I have missed a couple meetings. I was away for 2 weeks. I was in New York for the UN intergovernmental negotiations. something called Commission Status on Women, which is like the UN's biggest meeting on women and gender equality related issues. I was representing my organization, Hope for Refugees International, and the work we do with refugees, particularly African refugees that are survivors of gender-based violence, which is one of the programs that I'm actually supporting. So it was really an incredible moment to be part of a space, and this is something that I've work around women's rights, gender equality is something that I've done for some time, including partly what I used to do when I was still in Africa, working with adolescent girls and young women and addressing things ranging from like teenage pregnancies, early marriages, gender-based violence, and like initiating and supporting projects that were like providing shelter, social justice for women and girls. So really, for me, it was an incredible moment to eventually be part of that space again after almost 4 years. Yeah. So I'll do a $5 for that. I will possibly bring in that money at our next in-person meeting.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And Patrick, I don't, when you were speaking there, I was thinking, it might be really interesting to have, if you were willing to have you speak to the whole club at a lunch meeting about the work that you're doing. That it sounds like there's a lot to cover on that subject, and I would really be interested personally in hearing about the work that your organization does. So let's talk later about that. Anyone else have anything that they are happy about? Jackie.
Okay, $5. I've just come back from having a wonderful Easter in bloomin' Vancouver. And let me tell you, it was warm and the blossoms were at their height. And I just had a wonderful 5 days there with my granddaughter and daughter. And uh, didn't want to come back to cold Toronto. Came back to a snowstorm.
Thankfully, the snow has not lasted.
Thankfully, we won't see any more of it.
Yeah, that would be nice. I keep thinking I'll put my coat away. Not yet.
No.
Does anyone have anything else they would like to mention?
There is a saying in Scotland, Lisa, ne'er cast a clout till May be out.
There's something to that.
In other words, don't put your winter clothes away until the end of May.
Yeah, probably your snow shovels too. Okay, so next week we are having Joy Bullen speak to us about her work with Black History Month in Toronto. So that will be in person at the BNR, and that sounds like a really interesting topic. And I mean, it's wonderful when people talk about the things that they're passionate about. So I think it's going to be great. The week after, as some of you probably know, or many of you know, the Duke of Kent has shut down permanently. So our home for Raw is no longer. And we had a discussion about having a social event at Norma's condo. I'm not sure where we left off with that. But it's
We've got Walter here who has the answer.
okay.
Yes,
Walter, what's the answer?
I have the answer. I went to Norma's condo yesterday. We had a look around, and with all the things that are going on with the Delta Bingo and the People's Players, we decided to have that event in May. So we're looking at a potential date in May, depending on Norma's schedule. She's off to France, apparently, so we're looking at that.
So just to be clear then, there is no Rotary meeting on April the 22nd or April the 29th.
Yes.
No Rotary for two. Okay. All right.
And we're being encouraged to participate in the Famous People Players social event, lunch and presentation on Saturday, the 24th of April with the Etobicoke Club. Some of you may have been there when we went one evening a few years ago. I am planning to go. I haven't got my tickets yet, but I am planning to go and bring my daughter Sarah. As you can probably imagine, this is an organization that is quite dear to our hearts because they support folks with adults with disabilities. So I encourage you, if you're able and are looking for a social event in lieu of our raw, it's in the afternoon, no night driving. It might be a fun event.
And also, if I could just add the Delta Bingo event as well.
Yes, for those of who are volunteers at the bingo, there's a volunteer appreciation event on the 21st, right?
It is
And we're also
actually,
looking to
it's
open
open
it
to
up to
everybody.
everyone. Yes,
Oh, we're
open it
opening
up
it up
to
to
everyone.
everyone. Okay.
Yes. And that way our club could get to know the people that are there and get to know what we do at Delta Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Maria.
let Walter know that if you are coming, it's $30. It starts 5:30 on the 21st, and it's actually volunteer week that week, so that's why they hold it, and it's a good opportunity to find out what it is that we are doing, where we are doing, and like Walter says, maybe some people will be interested in actually take the training when that opens up again.
Yeah, it's a new clean facility and the food's pretty good. It's right off of the Queenie at Kipling. Kipling and Evans Avenue. It's right on the corner. You can see the building from the QE. It's got a bus on the top still, I believe. It used to. I think it still does.
Still does.
And I'm going to be there tomorrow night representing our group. So it's a fairly straightforward job. You are essentially a Walmart greeter, welcoming people into the gaming facility and answering questions. It's not the most exciting, but it's very lucrative, and we are able to support good organizations. Sorry, Maria, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes. I'm saying that if you Wednesday lunch feeling the urge of meeting good, nice people, and we can have an improvised halfway Rotary socializing meeting. Every Wednesday at 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we serve waffles at the Church of Sweden at Bayview and Broadway. So you are more than welcome, and we can even give you an own table, a little bit of mini Rotary meeting if you want.
Thank you.
So
Thank
is that
you.
every Wednesday then?
Every Wednesday between 12 and 3. That's why I can't really attend the lunch meetings because I'm in my church and making waffles, Swedish
Making
waffles.
waffles. Well,
I'm baking waffles, Swedish waffles with whipped cream and strawberry jam. Sometimes we even have directly imported from Sweden, and of course, Swedish cookies and coffee.
So
Tea for those
well,
who does. Yes.
so
if
So
people are looking for something to do on Wednesday the 22nd or Wednesday the 29th when we don't have meetings,
exactly. That's
and
then you
in
can
fact,
come.
I have no excuse because I could walk to your church. So uh,
Exactly. I'm looking forward
I
to meet you there the 22nd.
I think it would be fun to
so
walk up and say hi.
should I put that in our like pod 2 schedule? Should I put it in for April the 22nd? That's what, or should we do that for May the 27th? Because that's the May the 27th, should that be raw? So should we say that that's May the 27th then?
Yeah, you can come both the 22nd and the 27th. I will have the waffle cafe there. That it will not be in the afternoon. It is lunchtime, but it is a more laid back, no speaker, unless I'm still put myself up and start preaching. But we are in the church.
Okay, so I'm going to make an executive decision here for pod 2 because April the 22nd and 26th, 29th, there's so much going on about with the famous people and the bingo. Let's put it in for May 27th. Is that okay with Walter J?
Jackie, I thought Walter J was saying he's looking at that for Norma's event.
Except Norma is not going to be there at that time.
Okay.
Did you realize that, Walter?
She's still in France.
Walter J? Oh.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
There
That's
will
good,
be
Jackie.
other opportunities to get together at Norma's.
Yep.
Okay, Norma, you're not there, right, on the 27th?
Well, Norma doesn't leave until May.
We're talking
So-
about
so
May
that's-
the 27th. We're talking
That's
about
right.
May 27th.
That's
So,
right.
so we're canceling Norma's May 27th and putting in Maria's church.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that would be lunchtime.
Lunch, that's fine. Lunch.
Yep.
Okay. Lunch, okay. Maria's church. Got it.
Welcome.
All right, I think we've solved all the world's problems. David, you had a question?
No, one last thing. The Eglinton BIA came to me, and I think Lisa and Lars and Walter Sutka today. They are looking for a manager for the farmers market this season from June to the end of October, every Sunday. They pay $22 an hour. I checked; they don't want anyone younger. They would like someone older. So if anyone knows of anyone, or anyone wants to have a Sunday job with a little extra cash, let me know
Already
and
have.
send you the resume.
I already have a Sunday job.
You do. If there's anyone else or anyone knows of anyone who's looking to get out in the community on Sundays, let me know.
Okay, thank you. Patrick, did you have something you wanted to ask or add? You're muted again. There you go.
Yes. Just two things. One, if there is a way, like all the different events you're talking about, and the schedule, I think someone was talking about earlier, could be shared with us. That would be great because I don't think I have access to like that schedule. So I will really appreciate that. Then two other things. One, I don't know. I'm just gonna make this request. I have two folks who just came through as refugees. One came last month, and he's looking for a computer. He's a refugee from Kenya, and he wants to like start applying for jobs. I don't know if anybody has like a computer to donate anything. It doesn't need to be new, or if you know anybody who is willing to donate a computer. He just wants, right now he's challenged with like putting together his resume and all that. So I just wanted to highlight that. Then I also have a refugee colleague who's pregnant, uh, so who is looking around for, like opportunities to engage and learn more about. It's their first pregnancy, learn more about, pregnancy related stuff beyond like what she's getting from the hospital. So if you know any, like, um, any pregnancy centers or anything that you're aware of, I would appreciate if you could give me that information. Yeah, and also anybody who knows anywhere where they donate like toys for kids. I have also a couple refugee mothers who are looking for like toys and all that. I'm sorry to make all these requests
No, it's good to
in
know
case there's
these
anybody who
things.
can help. Yeah.
To answer your question, Patrick, are you do you get the weekly emails? Are you on the email distribution?
You mean the Rotary one?
Yeah, for
Yes,
Rotary
yes.
events?
Yeah, I get amazing emails from David and
Yeah, we tend to
yeah.
send them out weekly, but we could certainly post something about the whole, like all the changes that we're making. That is a good idea to send out to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I'll just write a little note. Okay, does anyone have anything else for the good of Good of Rotary. I don't looking. No, I think not. So it's 8 o'clock right on the nose.
Could
If
John
there's
McIntosh, is John McIntosh still on? Because I have a question. I want him to stay on for a minute. I've got.
yeah, John is here. John, Jackie wants to talk to you, so just hang on a bit.
Yeah,
Okay, well, if
Lisa,
yes, Knizi?
did we talk about the board meeting?
Um,
Are we meeting at 21st or 28th?
I believe I just weighed in before dinner saying that I was fine with moving it to the 28th. It means that Tom Knott will not be able to join us.
I will not be there either, but that's
and
okay.
I think we can soldier on. Just because with the conflict on the 21st, I think it makes sense to postpone.
Also, Lisa, you indicated that you're planning to take it to the third week of the month. Well, I agree with you that I'm missing the Tuesday talks as well.
Yeah, so I had just mentioned in my response that District 7070 has their Tuesday talks on the third Tuesday of the month. And while not all of them are topics that we might find really riveting, some of them have been very helpful. And in fact, this month's is on communication and public image. So I think that it's an important one. I would like to be on that. So I will be going to that instead of the bingo. But just going forward, I'm not sure how to approach it, but I did want to bring it to the board that I'd like to investigate an alternative to the third Tuesday just because it's a standing conflict.
I would just say keep it on a Tuesday because many of us have, like I've got board meetings other nights, so Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can certainly do a little like a survey of what works for people.
So just for clarity, because I'm doing the Zoom link for that, am I to assume that it's moving to the 20th or should I wait?
Yes, unless there's a strong, it sounded like it was, apart from the two people who cannot make it, it sounds like that's a good one too. That was a good date. So
okay,
I say we do it.
Okay, I will make the change.
And so, yeah, we'll meet next week in person at the BNR.
Yep.
And look forward to hearing from Joy. Does anyone else last call?
Neil, on the desk next week, Neelam, you're on the desk. That's okay. Neelam.
He's gone.
Okay, Neelam and Glenn. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Well, and I will be there if anybody needs help.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, so if we're all in a favor of adjournment, then I propose we end the meeting.
Lisa, don't forget to send me the list, okay?
Right, I'll do that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okie dokie.
John.
Okay, good night, everybody.
John, where did John Mac?
He's there.
Huh? Okay, John, what I wanted to ask you was Tom Knott wants to have a foundation meeting a half an hour after a lunch at the BNR. Do you think that they'd let us stay for a half an hour after lunch?
When this next week?
No. It's I think it's May the 13th.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just check.
we don't need to slow down the cleanup. We can just work at a table and we can work while we're cleaning
I'll
up.
mention it to them tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, John. And you'll get back to me?
Jackie,
Okay.
I thought you were leaving on the 15th. That's the 15th.
I'm not going to be at the foundation meeting, but Tom Knott has called a foundation meeting for that.
Well, yeah, but it's the problem that I think that it needs you
Oh, he
involved.
says he says he can do it himself. He's supposed to have the year-end financials, except he's going to go ahead
Do
with
a
it.
Zoom before that? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay, we all good?
Okay,
Yeah.
bye everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to close down the meeting.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.